Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? This question and the answer to it is the biggest mystery in the crypto world, and possibly even this entire world. Was it a single person? Was it a group? Or was it an alien entity who created money and value's biggest revolution? There are many theories, but today we dive into two of my top candidates. So who is Satoshi? Well, let's take a shot at answering that in just over 10 minutes. Because it's time for Airdrop Express. So to begin, many theories are out there that say Satoshi Nakamoto was a group of cypherpunks who came together under the pseudonym Satoshi to launch the world's first decentralized money. I don't believe that for 1 second, because groups cannot keep secrets. There will always be a weak link in a group who spills the beans, and since the beans haven't been spilled over 13 years later, I can come to the conclusion that this was indeed not a group of people. It was a sole actor, and I have 3 top candidates, sole actors, who I personally think it could be Elon Musk, Sergey Nazarov, and why die. So today we are going to dive into the first of these candidates, Elon Musk, and bring forward the evidence, old and new, which makes me think they are Satoshi Nakamoto. So let's begin with the meme lord Elon Musk. Elon has a lot of evidence that makes you think he could be the one true Satoshi. Number 1. Elon is the one of the founders of PayPal, the world's first full-suite internet bank, and if you didn't know, PayPal's original mission was to create a decentralized currency. Another PayPal founder, Luke Nosek, spoke on this back in 2019. Let's listen. And now, PayPal was created by a merging of 2 companies. Elon Musk founded X.com, the first online banking company, and Peter Thiel founded Confinity, the second online banking company. They merged together in March of 2000 and PayPal was formed. Now let's listen to this interview from Elon Musk in 2005, when he explained just what X.com did, using a unique identifier. In X.com and PayPal's case, an email address to send payments to. If you didn't know, Bitcoin uses a unique identifier, a public key to send payments to. Satoshi coded the original Bitcoin in C++ language, and there is a great website called The Hunt for Satoshi which dives into this. The website says Satoshi created Bitcoin using C++. Hal Finney described Satoshi as a master of the language and suspected Satoshi to be a young man due to its difficulty to learn. Elon was a young master of C++ and has sworn by the language for years. Almost all of Elon Musk's companies, even SpaceX, have used C++. Then of course there is this. In March of 2014, Elon Musk admitted that he was Satoshi on Twitter. And what's interesting is that tweet came 1 week after Satoshi's last words, where he came back to the P2P forums to say he was not Dorian Nakamoto, a suspect the media went wild for back then. Now it's almost time to dive into the new breaking evidence I've found. If you didn't know, Elon Musk has a love for Pokemon. He tweets about or uses memes featuring Pokemon all the time, and he has even talked about adding Pokemon Go functionality into Teslas. Now Elon's ex-girl, of which they have had 2 children with, Grimes, also loves Pokemon. She has even tweeted her own Pokemon card and then put out this in early 2021. It's not as popular right now, but Bitcoin's also a cash cow, and even though she's fallen some, I catch crypto like Ash Ketchum, Crypto King like Kim.com, get me some ethereum. So why am I bringing up Elon and Grimes' love for Pokemon in relation to Satoshi? Well, let's get deep down the rabbit hole. Grimes told us with her lyrics, I catch crypto like Ash Ketchum. So back in 2020, Elon and Grimes welcomed their first kid, which sent shockwaves through the media. XAEA12. So how is this pronounced? Well, Elon told us in his infamous Joe Rogan podcast. The AE in the name is pronounced Ash, like Ash Ketchum. Now if you didn't know, Ash Ketchum is known by another name in his country of origin. As we can see from Wikipedia, it says Ash Ketchum, known as Satoshi in Japan. Yup, Ash Ketchum is known as Satoshi in Japan. But this goes even deeper. We know X stands for X in the name. AE stands for Ash. What does A12 mean? If you didn't know, X-A12 was born May 4th, 2020. 2020 was the year of what? Well, 2020 was the 12th anniversary of the Bitcoin white paper. Could A12 stand for 12th anniversary? So read the name backwards with our connections. 12th anniversary, Ash or Satoshi. X marks the spot, but wait, there's more. What about a leaked IP address? There is a great blog titled Who is Satoshi which dives into this. The blog says in the Jan of 2009, when Hal and Satoshi were working on Bitcoin alpha version, Hal encountered an error with the software, and he posted the debug log to the mailing list. In the initial days of Bitcoin, the software used IP address to send and receive Bitcoins. For this reason, the debug log becomes crucial for the investigation. It reveals IPs of 3 users who were connected to the IRC. This happened on 2009-01-10. Satoshi and Hal were the only two people working on the project during that time. So where did Satoshi's IP address come from? Van Nuys, California, and the blog says this is not a Tor exit node, which implies that this is the IP address used by Satoshi on 2009-01-10 and he was in Van Nuys on this day. And then there is this article about Elon's private life and jet. The article says the jet is registered to a subsidiary of SpaceX called Falcon Landing, named for its reusable rocket. Federal Aviation Administration records show Musk or his associates took an additional step, common among top business executives, to request the travel not be logged on public flight tracking databases. Many of the flights took off from or landed at Les Van Nuys Airport, a short drive from the Tony neighborhood of Bel Air where Musk owns 5 separate mansions. So can we put Elon close to Van Nuys back in 2009, when this IP was leaked? Well, this Mansions Global article tells us, yes we can. They say in 2012, after 3 years of renting it, Mr. Musk bought a 20,248 square foot white stucco colonial mansion, according to Brian Adez, a real estate agent with Sotheby's International Realty who represented Mr. Musk in his purchase of the Los Angeles home. 3 years before 2012 is 2009. Elon was renting this mansion back in 2009. Now there is one last piece of evidence which puts this all together. Occam's razor. Occam's razor states that one should not increase the number of entities required to explain anything. All things being equal, the simplest solution is often the best one, which Elon has put his own twist on. January of 2021 he tweeted the most entertaining outcome is the most likely, which he then said Occam's razor is actually the third most likely. Wouldn't the most entertaining outcome of who is Satoshi be that Elon Musk is Satoshi? Well, Elon in 2021 was the feature guest on the B-Word conference, a major Bitcoin conference in which they talked about all things Bitcoin. Guess what Elon brought up during the talk? Occam's razor and his own spin on it. Wouldn't it be simple, ironic, and entertaining that Elon Musk is Satoshi? See you next time.